Hi, my name is Hayley Jass, and I'm a student in Iowa State University. Now, what good would it be for me to teach you without knowing your guys' names? So how about we go around, tell me your guys' names and your favorite school subject.
I'm Keely, and my favorite subject is science.
I'm Ashley, and my favorite subject is math.
I'm Erica. My favorite subject is history.
All right, so Keely, Ashley, and Erica. Good. I can tell we're going to have a lot of fun today. So how many of you can tell me what a moral of a story may mean? Anyone? No? All right. Well, I can tell we're going to get it. A moral is like a lesson you can take from a story. So today, I'm going to be teaching you 5 steps to help identify the moral of a story. Right here. Step 1, you're going to want to identify the cause and effect in the story. Step 2, you're going to want to notice the different outcomes between the cause and effect. Number 3, understand how the effects led to the end of the story. 4, apply knowledge to what the character could have done differently. And 5, you should be able to identify the moral or lesson of the story. Now, in the first step, it says that we're going to need to identify the cause and effect of a story. Who can tell me what cause and effect means? Any guesses at all what we might think it might mean? Ashley?
So you have something, like you did something, and then the effect would be what happened after that something happened.
Yep. A cause is like a specific action that a person or like an animal might make, which leads to an effect or a consequence of that action. So that was right. All right, so I'm going to show you an example of this using these 5 steps in the story The Lion and the Mouse. So I'm going to set this on the table. You guys can take a look at that, think about it while I'm reading the story. A small mouse crept up to a sleeping lion. The mouse admired the lion's ears, his long whiskers, and his great mane. Since he's sleeping, thought the mouse, he'll never suspect I'm here. With that, the little mouse climbed onto the lion's tail, ran across his back, slid down his leg, and jumped off its paw. The lion awoke and quickly caught the mouse between its claws. "Please," said the mouse, "let me go and I'll come back and help you someday." The lion laughed. "You are so small. How could you ever help me?" The lion laughed so hard he had to hold his belly. The mouse jumped to freedom and ran until she was far, far away. The next day, 2 hunters came to the jungle. They went to the lion's lair. They set a huge rope snare. When the lion came home that night, he stepped into the trap. He roared, he wept, but he couldn't pull himself free. The mouse heard the lion's pitiful roar and came back to help him. The mouse eyed the trap and noticed the one thick rope that held it together. She began nibbling and nibbling until the rope broke. The lion was able to shake off the ropes that held him tight. He stood free again. The lion turned to the mouse and said, "Dear friend, I was foolish to ridicule you for being so small. You helped me by saving my life after all." Alright, so by using these 5 steps, I should be able to determine the moral and lesson of this story. So my first step, to identify the cause and effect in this story, the lion was kind enough to let the mouse go. And the effect of this was the mouse repaid that act of kindness by helping the lion out of its trap. Now for the outcome, we need to notice a difference between the cause and effect, but in some stories there may only be one cause and effect, so we'll just see what the outcome of that was. But if there's 2 different cause and effects, there's going to be a difference between those. And in this story there was only one, but I'm going to show you an example of that in a different story where there's 2. On step 3, we're going to understand how the effects led to the end of the story. So the effect that the mouse repaid the kindness to the lion show that it actually did pay off to show kindness to someone you thought could never help you later. And 4, you want to apply your knowledge to what the character could have done differently or what they did correctly. So what was done correctly in this story was that the mouse kept his word and he helped the lion when he was trapped. So from all of that, we should be able to identify the moral of the story, which is treat others how you would want to be treated. So to kind of think about this in a different way, not from a story, but you can still understand the concept of identifying the moral of a story, let's go around, think about, I'll give you some time to think about some time in your life when your parents told you not to do something, or you knew something might not have been right, but you did it anyway, and then what happened to you because you did that. And then you can think about what lesson you would have learned out of that. I'll give you some time to think about that, and then we'll go around and share all of our experiences.